right? Just to hear them say. And a good, what even day is it? Thursday afternoon. One of, I think, probably should be considered a national holiday around the country. Today, one of the best sporting events in, the world. March Madness kicks off. But here we are at Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska, for Warrior Baseball, as your Wahoo Bishop Neumann Warriors take on the Blue Jays of Seward here in a varsity baseball game here on this Thursday afternoon. Seward comes into the contest undefeated on the early season. Wahoo 2-1, and this will be their Wahoo's second home game and their first of 3 straight games in a row. They play this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, and Saturday afternoon. The next 2 games on the road, so this kind of kicks off a 3-game stretch, and they start at home. Out on the circle for Wahoo in the home white jerseys today. White pants, white jerseys, blue numbers, blue hats. It'll be the sophomore Caden Kristen out on the mound, and he'll pitch to Jace Kaminsky. And standing in the right-hand box, and we are going to apologize for the wind throughout the entire day because, boy, it is absolutely brutal today. A brisk, windy day will make interesting for any balls hit out into the outfield for any of those outfielders. Really, really tough. And normally, when I broadcast baseball games, I have all kinds of stats and numbers and a full score sheet. But with this win, I said, nah. I ain't even not even gonna attempt it, because I know. It's tough for me to even hold this program in the wind and look. But in the right-handed batter's box for Seward is a sophomore number 10, Brendan Ruth, and he sits in with a 3-0 count as Caden Kristen has yet to find the strike zone here in the early going of this one. So here is the 3-0, and that's way inside as well. So a 4-pitch walk to start things off for Caden Kristen out on the circle. And just like that, Seward has a base runner with nobody out here in the top of the first inning. So Caden looking to throw a strike, and we'll see if this is just trying to get a runner over. And another pitch inside. That time it did catch the zone. And standing in the box for Seward this time is Reggie Suckup, the senior for the Blue Jays, also blue and gold colored. They're rocking the gray road pants, blue jerseys, yellow numbers, blue helmets. This pitch outside is punched right in front of home plate. Long throw to first, not in time. Both runners safe, and there's 2 on with nobody out. Might as well convert that as a swinging bunt as it bounced right in front of home plate. Wahoo tried to get on it running from third, but really an impossible throw. And standing in now is the shortstop Finn Hochstein for Seward with 2 on and nobody out. The Blue Jays could jump out to an early lead here in the top of the first on this cold, windy Thursday afternoon. So thanks everyone for tuning in as this pitch gets away from Jace Kaminsky, and now both runners are in scoring position as Caden Kristen really struggling, trying to paint the corners. Here with this wind, you wonder if that's any kind of a factor, and the cold weather and all that. But that one gets away from Kaminsky, and just like that, you have 2 runners in scoring position here with nobody out. Again, Kristen falls down in the count. And here's the pitch. That's low and outside, but he does catch that corner that time. I think he's been trying to hit that a couple of times now here this afternoon, and there he gets exactly what he's looking for. Wind is kind of changing from all sorts of directions. As of right now, I'd say it's coming out of the southwest. pretty heavily, which is why it's hitting us right here in the face. And that's why it'll make it incredibly tough hitting any pitch into the outfield. Here's the 2-1, swung on and fouled off to the right, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out and 2 runners on base. Pitch right down the middle. This one skied out to center, caught on the run, throw home and getting in safely, and the runner advancing to third. So the sacrifice fly works for the shortstop Finn Hochstein as Brendan Ruth tags from third and scores, and Seward jumps out to a 1-run lead with 1 away. So the leadoff 4-pitch walk comes back to bite Caden Kristen, who now wants to try and prevent another run from coming in. As this one's bunted right back to Kristen, he looks over to third and throws it to first. Nice play from Caden Kristen to look at the runner at third. In Reggie Suckup, hold him at third, and throw out the batter at first. So 2 are away with a runner still at third. And here comes the right fielder, Carl Taylor. He's a senior. He'll stand in the right-hand box with 2 away and a runner at third, as Seward leads at 1-0 here in the top of the first. Tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. Austin McNorton back from a little bit of a, I don't know if you call it paternity leave or not, but unfortunately was not able to be at the, as the train goes in the background, unfortunately was not able to be at the state basketball tournament in Lincoln, where your Warriors claim their 12th state championship in school history. But boy, I'll tell you, I watched every second that I was able to. This pitch is low. Nice job by Kaminsky to keep it in front of him. But again, Kristen falls down in the count. Train going across in the background. Warriors down 1-0 in the top of the first. 2 away, though, with a runner at third. Here's the 3-0, and it's ball 4, the second 4-pitch walk that Caden Kristen has given up here in this first inning. Still, though, trying to focus at the plate as Colton Luce comes up, the junior. He'll stand in the right-hand box with runners at the corners and now a chance to get an out at second, first. High again, and Kristen's wanting to catch that top part of the zone, but Caden just has not been able to here yet. And that looks like a really great pitch, and really, hats off to the Blue Jays. They are not chasing anything. This one's inside, popped up into the gap in right, and catched on the run out in center field. So nice job by the Warrior defense, and Caden Kristen, especially with a great defensive play, to only allow 1 run there in the top of the first. So it's 2 walks, 1 hit, 1 run, and 2 left on. As we head to the bottom of the first, it's Seward 1, Wahoo 0. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube, and we'll be back right after this.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior Card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities.
And welcome back to Sam Crawford Field here in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton with you on Wahoo Public YouTube and Saunders County Online. It's Warrior Baseball here on this Thursday afternoon, the kickoff of 2024 March Madness. Thanks for tuning into us instead of watching some great basketball. Or if you are sitting at home and you got the TV pulled up and this on the laptop, that's the move that I'd be making for sure. Here we go, bottom of the first inning. The Warriors 1-2-3 hitters due up. And that'll bring out state champion basketball star Jace Kaminsky, Cody Hesser, and others. In the lefty box. Swung on and missed for a strike. In the lefty box for Wahoo, kicking things off, is Carson Sabatka, Cavalier multi-sport star for Bishop Neumann. Looks at a pitch in the dirt. And out on the circle for the Blue Jays is Connor Matzke, the senior. Out on the mound, I should say, circles. And a good at-bat. You saw good at-bats by both of the first two batters for Seward in their top half of the first. And here's the 2-2. Right back up the middle. Second baseman there over to first in time for an easy 4-3 putout here in the bottom of the first inning. Finding this wind also. Yeah, there ain't no room in there. Might be the... It brings Cody Hesser in to the right-hand box with one out and nobody on. His first pitch is low and outside for a ball. You want to do the game with me? Why not? You got to go back and watch March Madness. Right? Cody Hesser flies one out. Looking to be the Warriors' first base runner after Seward got two immediately with a 4-pitch walk and then a single. That pitch is high. Wahoo already showing some good plate discipline despite this wind, cold weather. Outside, caught that bottom right corner. Nice pitch. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out and nobody on, bottom of the first. Seward leading it 1-0. And they say called third strike. The ball comes out of the catcher's glove, but thrown over to first in time for out number 2. Now in for the Warriors is Connor Booth, the Bishop Neumann Cavalier, in these 2 dominant Class C1, C2 high schools. They combine forces when it comes to baseball. And that one high, catches the top right corner. Check swing. They say he went around, did Booth. And so Connor is down in the count 0-2. And where Caden Christian fell behind in the count on a lot of batters in the top of the first, Wahoo in the batter's box has also fell behind in the count. This has been nice work right now by Connor Svegan, dealing for the Blue Jays today. In the right-hand box, swung on a miss, strike three, and what a start for Connor Svegan for Seward, as he takes the Warriors down in order, 1-2-3, and we go to the top of the second. The Blue Jays leading at 1-0. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball on Saunders County, online and Wahoo Public YouTube, and we will be right back. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications. Good Thursday afternoon, and welcome back to Sam Crawford Field on Wahoo Public YouTube and Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton here with you with the sun shining, but everyone pretty bundled up. We're seeing a lot of hoodies, winter coats, jeans, hats. I don't know if I see any gloves, but maybe as the game continues to go along, we might get to that point and plating one of them. And Wahoo going down in order 1-2-3. So Caden Christian back out on the mound. And in the box for the Blue Jays is a lefty. Do you see the number on him? It's tough to see from here. Swung on and missed. 18 for Seward. And that is Braden Herring, the senior. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the second. Kristen trying to get his first strikeout. After Connor Svegan, his counterpart, got one to strike out Cody Hesser and Connor Booth for Wahoo in the bottom of the first. And another walk, the third of the day for Seward, as they are really seeing the ball well and making Caden throw a lot. Pretty decent amount of fans here in this unique ballpark today. And now you have a runner at first with nobody out. And it is popped out into left field and caught on the run. Nice play. It was right on the foul ball line. Making the catch out there is left fielder for Wahoo. One away, one on. As here comes a left fielder for Seward, number 9, Kyle Perry, the senior, with a runner at first and one away for the Blue Jays, and first pitch swinging and missed. Caden with some good heat on that pitch that time. Next pitch just missed. Where? That's the question. Caden's been trying to hit that top part of the strike zone, but his home plate umpire has not given any of those to be strikes. Even though it's looking like it's catching the numbers, and that one does catch the bottom right corner. So Caden's been able to catch that part of the zone a couple of times, just trying to find that top part of the zone. Where is it? With 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 on and 1 gone here in the top of the first. This one grounded back up the middle, not in time for a double play. Throw over to first is in time for out number 2 to at least get 1 there. Not quick enough to get the double play, and it was kind of a slow roller back up the middle. Wahoo settles for the 1 out. So now there are 2 away with a runner at second here in the top of the second. And that brings back up the leadoff hitter, Brendan Ruth, who walked on 4 pitches his first time up to the plate and then came in to score a little bit later on the sacrifice fly. So now he has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position to double his team's lead. First pitch. There he found the top of the zone. Strike 1. Caden's been wanting it so badly throughout the afternoon. There he gets it. Strike number 1. And I think Seward is going to continue to take that pitch. Not try to swing at any of those high ones, because it's been a tough part of the strike zone to find. This one inside, and it gets away from Kaminsky again. And now you'll have a runner at third. That's the second time that a pitch from Kristen has skipped up. Kaminsky's done a good job of keeping a couple of them in front. That one not able to do so for the second time today. It's gotten away and allowed the Blue Jays in the first inning to go to third and second, and now to third. Still 2 outs. Outside strike 2. What a location that was. Really, if Brendan Ruth is even going to swing at that, there's not much he's able to do with it with how far outside it was. It would have had to go off the end of the bat. Outside, he tried to hit it again, no good. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, a runner at third with 2 away here in the top of the second. Seward leading it 1-0 against your Wahoo Bishop Neumann Warriors. The pitch inside and fouled off to the left and back off the fence. Heck of an at-bat again from Brendan Ruth, who somehow was able to make contact with that one. Impressively, I might say, because that one was way inside, but very nicely done. Heavy winds still coming out of the southwest, blowing right in our face, so we're sorry. You might not even be able to hear me with how much the wind is hitting us right in the face. I feel bad for my student workers here. They don't got sunglasses or nothing. I mean, this is like dry out your eyes type wind you're looking into. And there's ball 4, and again, Brendan Ruth is on. As Kristen continues to try and hit that outside part of the strike zone, which has been tough, and Seward another walk. It's their 4th walk here in 1 2/3 innings. So runners at the corners, still 2 outs. Kristen looked back over at Brendan Ruth over there at first for a little bit. And now time will be called, as it looks like head coach for Wahoo, Kyle Warers, is going out to talk to the second umpire standing in between second and first. Actually, that's Seward's coach, Brock Anderson, who went out to talk to him. Maybe trying to see if Caden is coming off the rubber for a balk, potentially trying to keep an eye on it. And there's a strike, and stealing second without a throw goes Brendan Ruth. And so now you have two runners here in scoring position. Still 2 outs, though, for Wahoo. Check swing. It gets away from Kaminsky. He keeps it in front of him enough, though, as it's Reggie Suckup standing in there. Reggie is 1 for 1 today with kind of a swinging bunt back in the first inning where he bounced it right in front of home plate and went skied in the air and rolled all the way down the third base line to where he was able to get over to first, beating out a throw. 2 runners in scoring position here, though, for him, so a chance to drive in a couple, and he grounds it down the third base side and foul. The runner at third for Seward is Braden Herring. The runner at second is Brendan Ruth. Caden Christen trying to get out of this one, just like he did in the first inning where he had 2 runners on and 2 outs. Check swing. It gets away from Kaminsky and coming home and sliding safely. And now Kaminsky throws it to first, and that'll be 2 runs. You can kind of hear the Wahoo crowd all in unison say no as Jace threw it to first over to Cody Hesser, because rather than giving up just 1 run, it gives up 2 runs, where Seward now leads it 3-0 because Brendan Ruth was able to get to third, and then right when Brendan saw Jace throw it down to first, he immediately went home. So Seward adds 2 more to their lead, and the undefeated Blue Jays lead at 3-0 here in the top of the second, and trying to steal second and doing so safely is the Blue Jay Reggie Suckup, who's now in scoring position. Still with 2 outs. But Wahoo now down 3-0. And it's Finn Hochstein in the batter's box. He's 0 for 1 today. Well, Finn was the one who had the sacrifice fly back in the first inning, which gave Seward that 1-0 lead. But Seward is all because of just 1 hit, unfortunately for the Warriors. And that 1 hit was really a swinging bunt. Back up the middle. Shortstop there. Over to first in time for out number 3. The more damage is done as Seward leads it 3-0. You're tuned in to Wahoo Baseball and Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field on Wahoo Public YouTube and Saunders County Online. Awesome McNorton here with you on this sunny Thursday afternoon in downtown Wahoo. A cold, windy Thursday, though, despite that sun shining. And the first pitch high into the Warriors' bottom half of the second. Nolan Van Slyke standing in, the Bishop Neumann Cavalier senior. Called a strike in the top part of the zone. And next pitch strike as well. And right now, Connor Svegan for Seward is dealing as he struck out 2 Warriors in the first inning and is already ahead in the count 0-2 to Nolan Van Slyke. Speaking of cold weather, we just got information that the Warriors, we talked about how this was their first of 3 straight games. Tomorrow, the Warriors were supposed to travel to Wayne and play. The Blue Devils, right? Wayne Blue Devils? Yeah. And that game has been postponed for the second time already, as those 2 teams were supposed to meet last week here in Wahoo. It got postponed due to weather. And now it's getting postponed again due to it being too cold. I think there's some kind of a rule, not exactly sure. I think it has to be above 40 degrees to play. I think it's going to be right around that mark tomorrow in Wayne. Strike 3 right down the center. Nolan Van Slyke looked at it the whole way, and it's the 3rd strikeout in 4 batters faced for Blue Jay Connor Svegan, and his team leading it 3-0. So we will update you as to when that Wayne game will take place for the 3rd time it being rescheduled. And another strike thrown into the Warriors, Isaiah Nagel, the junior out of Bishop Neumann. And he sends one straight away left and deep, and it is off the bottom of the wall. And it is a 1-out stand-up double for Isaiah Nagel as he sends one deep out into the outfield. That's the best hit ball by either team today. Wahoo has their first hit and first base runner after it looked like Connor Svegan was absolutely dealing. So we'll see if the Warriors can capitalize now, as it'll be the Warrior quarterback, Jace Kaminsky, standing in the right-hand box, taking off his catcher's gear. Jace also a part of Wahoo's state championship basketball team, and his first pitch is ticked right off the chest of the Blue Jay catcher. Jace trying to drive in a run for Wahoo. And yeah, the head coach for Seward, Brock Anderson, will come out and check on his catcher as Jace's foul ball hit him right in the chest. Just trying to say, you all right? Didn't get the wind knocked out of you, anything like that. Nobody out, 1 on. Warriors trying to cut into this 3-run deficit here in the bottom of the second. Kaminsky standing in. I believe has one of the best batting averages in the state. Again, I wish I had all my stats and everything. I just didn't want to fight this wind today. And this one's grounded to short. We'll see if the play, it'll go to first. It's close. And they say Jace is out. Man, it was close. But Kaminsky does do his job as Nagel advances to third. However, 2 outs now. So it's a big spot here for the pitcher, Caden Kristen. Giving up 3 runs, trying to get at least one of them back here. First pitch right down the center, strike 1. Kristen trying to be patient at the plate. See a couple of pitches before being a little too aggressive. You don't want to ever do that. 2 away, though. A runner at third. Opportunity here for the Warriors after the stand-up double. with 1 out. Next pitch outside, strike 2. The Warrior crowd doesn't like that, and based on how it's been called all afternoon, you got to understand the frustration there. Those pitches on the outside part of the strike zone have typically not been called strikes here today. And that one hurts as now Kristen's down 0-2. Has to fight for his life, grounds it to second, play to first in time, and the Blue Jays get out of it. 1 hit, no walks, no runs, 1 left on. We head to the top of the third. It's Seward 3, Wahoo 0. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Wahoo, Nebraska on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. Austin McNorton here with you on this sunny Thursday afternoon. The Warriors trail the Blue Jays of Seward 3-0 here in the top of the third inning. And the first pitch grounded to short, over to first in time for a quick out number 1 off of 1 pitch. And boy, that's got to help Caden Kristen a little bit to try and settle into this ball game. A 1 pitch out is fantastic. So due up now for the Blue Jays is number 27, Carl Taylor. Carl stands in the right-hand box with 1 away and nobody on. Leading 3-0, though. And Kristen finds the bottom right corner for a strike. Again, Wahoo, this was supposed to be their first of 3 straight games. But we found out that tomorrow's game against Wayne has been postponed for the 2nd time this season. Wayne was supposed to play here. It got postponed. Moved to Wayne for tomorrow. Now it's postponed again, and so we'll wait to see where the 3rd try will go. This one grounded down the third base side and foul. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kristen trying to get his first strikeout. There it is. Strikeout looking. And Kristen, unfortunately, when he was in the batter's box, got that pitch called a strike against him. And he says, I better get it too. And he does and gets the K. That's pretty hilarious. Because it was definitely argued when Kristen was in the batter's box saying that can't be a strike. Now when Kristen is the one doing the dealing, it is called a strike in his favor, and there's 2 away. As Caden gets his first strikeout and gets another strike down to the bottom right. So maybe Caden is kind of settled into this one a little bit. Question will be, can he keep this momentum going, and can this kind of momentum carry onto the offense as he's ahead in the count 0-2? The Warriors just 1 hit today, and it was that stand-up double with 1 out in that last inning. Just weren't able to really do anything with it, though. Popped up and fouled down the right field side, back towards the parking lot. Don't worry, all cars are safe. You always got to mention that. So interesting when you pull into a baseball field's parking lot, because it's the only sporting event there is where no one wants to park right next to the front. Everyone's trying to park far away. It's the only sporting event you'll go to where everyone's like, yep, I'm not parking right next to as close as I can get to the entrance. Swung on and missed, and Kristen gets back-to-back strikeouts, and down go the Blue Jays 1-2-3. The best inning of work that Caden has had. No hits, no walks, no runs, and nobody left on base. We head to the bottom of the third. Seward leads at 3-0. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball, and we'll be right back.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska. Serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card.
They already started?
Yeah, against Moorhead State.
Okay. We're talking March Madness here on this Thursday. I didn't start out great. I was picking with my heart a little bit when I picked Mississippi State to beat Michigan State. I shouldn't have. I didn't feel like Michigan State deserved to be in the tournament, so I said, nope, you shouldn't have been there. You're not going to win, which I never should have done. You can't ever doubt Tom Izzo and Sparty when it comes to March. They're just completely different. I mean, I firmly believe as the first pitch is called a strike into Alex Berry, and I don't know how. Where was that? Anyway, that's what the Warrior crowd is wondering too. They all kind of in unison go, whoa, how? Next pitch low and outside as the Warriors trail 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out, nobody on. It's Alex Berry, the sophomore from Bishop Neumann, standing in the right-hand box. But anyway, I firmly believe that Michigan State could have one of the worst records in the country, but when they get into the March Madness, I feel like they could win. That's just how different they are. They always seem to turn it on. Their coach is one of the best ever, so it makes sense. So they win, but there's been some upsets. Duquesne defeats BYU today. Looks like Oregon has a pretty strong chance to defeat South Carolina, which I did pick that. Sounds like we got some other people who picked the Ducks to win that game as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Berry inside, and it gets away from the catcher. So Alex has done a great job of working the count back full. And did Illinois start yet? We're trying to see. I'll try and see, update you on some other scores and stuff if I can too. Lights turned on here at Sam Crawford. And off the end of the bat and off the screen, we'll do it again. Here's the pitch, way inside, and Alex Berry's on with the leadoff walk. First time today that Connor Swegan has given up a leadoff walk or a walk of any kind to the Warriors. So there's a leadoff base runner for Wahoo with nobody out. Illinois won. I don't even know who they played, to be honest.
Morehead State.
Yep, I picked. Did you not pick Illinois?
I picked Illinois.
Okay, good move. Good move. That would have been quite the pick if you didn't. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube here today. It is a windy day, but it's still a good baseball game here. Warriors trying to cut into the lead. Trailing 3-0. We know the women's tournament, I think that starts tomorrow. Duquesne defeated BYU. That's the biggest upset. For all the Blue Jay fans, Creighton was struggling in the first half, but then ran away with it in the second half to defeat Akron. Same for Arizona. They were really struggling against Long Beach State in the first half and then ended up winning that game by 20. North Carolina, they defeated Wagner, so no 16-1 upset. Illinois did defeat Morehead State. And that's all the scoring breakdown we've seen. Is the Warrior in the batter's box right now is Jesse Stebbing in the right-hand box for Wahoo. Jesse, the senior out of Wahoo Public, shows bunt and pops it into the air and right at the Wahoo dugout. So not in play for the third baseman for Seward, Colton Luce. Still one on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Warriors trailing 3-0. And it does look like Oregon is going to defeat South Carolina. It's a successful pick for me. Love to see it. Oregon.
Oh yeah, I picked that one too. And then
Well,
Nevada's beating Dayton. I picked number
Nevada defeating Dayton. I think I picked that one as well.
close to yeah.
Gotta love the March Madness. It always delivers. Another good battle here at the plate for Wahoo as they seem to be getting a little bit more of a read on Connor Swegan. Ooh, it just missed the inside part of the corner, and a big leadoff there for the Warriors, Alex Berry, but he sprints back to first in time. He thought about going to second for the longest time. Stays there. And another walk. Nice job by Alex Berry and Jesse Stebbing. The bottom of the Warrior order gets 2 leadoff walks, and just like that, there's 2 on with nobody out for Wahoo. Brings up the top of the order and shortstop Carson Sabatka. Carson, the lefty, now a big opportunity here. Shows bunt and dribbles it perfectly right back up the middle. It'll be close. He's safe and the bases are loaded. Boy, you couldn't have laid down a bunt any more perfect than that. And the bases are loaded for sophomore Cody Hesser. With nobody out, Wahoo trailing by 3. Could really do some damage here with a ball dribbling into the outfield. Just want to be able to put this one in play if you're Cody. Make the Blue Jay defense work. Bases loaded, nobody out. And it gets away, and there will be a Warrior run. The pitch gets right away from the catcher, and the leadoff walk for Alex Berry comes in to score. And now Wahoo trails 3-1. And I will go ahead and say that did go down as a hit for Carson Sabatka. So Wahoo has 2 hits now on the day. And now the Blue Jays will have an infield meeting with 2 runners in scoring position as Sabatka went up to second. And it is Jesse Stebbing standing at third for Cody Hesser in the right-hand batter's box. With nobody out, 2 runners in scoring position, the tying run standing at second for Wahoo. And Cody with a 1-0 count. And the wind continuing to howl here at Sam Crawford. The pitch hit right back up the middle. It'll drop in front of the shortstop, but there's another run. And a successful job by Cody Hesser to plate another Warrior run as Stebbing comes in to score as that ball bounced right in front of the shortstop in Finn Hochstein. So Cody Hesser has an RBI. And also successfully, Sabatka advances to third. So the tying run now stands at third for Wahoo. As the Warrior Connor Booth stands in the right-hand box. Booth's first pitch popped up into shallow right in foul territory, and no catches made. Boy, it was a diving play by the second baseman for Seward, and a heck of an effort at that. Warriors trailing 3-2, but it's been a great inning of work for Wahoo. It is getting colder, I would agree. Unfortunately. So Connor Booth now down in the count, 0-1. Next pitch, swung on again. This one popped out to shallow center. Cody Hesser will tag. It'll be a close play at home, and the ball gets off the glove of the pitcher, Svegan. And the Warriors have tied the game at 3 with a sacrifice fly from Connor Booth. Nice job, and the walks proved to hurt Svegan, and we are all tied at 3 off a great sacrifice fly. So now nobody on, 2 outs. Well, now wait, what are we saying here? Are they saying Cody Hesser didn't tag? It was a pop fly out to center field. It looked like Cody tagged. That's definitely only the second out. So the home plate umpire is talking to the Warrior bench. Yeah, boy, what a disaster. How in the world that we only thought that was the, how in the world we thought that was the third out is a true mystery. So that's out number 2. We're tied at 3. Now we're back at it with the Warrior Nolan Van Slyke in the right-hand box. Well, that might be the first time I've ever seen that, where we lose track of the outs. I'm not even keeping score like I usually am, and I definitely had that. And now they'll come back out and throw it to third, trying to say that Hesser didn't tag up when he clearly did. So we're tied at 3. What an insane sequence that just was. I think Seward thought that, 1, it was 3 outs on the catch out in center field, which is odd because they tried throwing it home. And then 2, I don't think they thought that Cody Hesser tagged up successfully, so coming back out of the awkward timeout. They throw it over to third to try and see if Cody didn't tag up. He clearly did. We're tied at 3. Boy, wild. So the senior Van Slyke stands in, looks at a pitch right down the center. It's down 0-2. 2 outs, nobody on. We're tied at 3 after the Warriors all 3 runs here in this bottom half of the third inning. Thanks to 2 leadoff walks from Alex Berry and Jesse Stebbing. The bottom of the Warrior order coming clutch. And this one is smoked out to left field and down. And a 2-out base runner for Wahoo, and the inning continues on. The third hit of the day for Wahoo. They're second in this inning. And a runner at first with 2 away. It's coming up to the plate now is Isaiah Nagel for Wahoo. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making this happen on this Thursday afternoon. Wind howling out of the southwest and a cold day here in Wahoo. Swung on and missed for a strike. Into Nagel. That pitch low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 on. 2-3 across here in this third inning for Wahoo. Quick throw back over to first. Nolan is back there safely, standing. Didn't even have to slide to get there. The pitch off the top of the bat and off the fence behind home plate for strike 2. That pitch high. Both pitchers in Svegan and Kristen have tried to hit that top part of the strike zone today. And that time, Svegan got Nagel to chase it. So Isaiah looking to keep the inning alive for Wahoo with the lead run standing over at first. This pitch low and in the dirt. Good job by the catcher to keep it in front of him. Not allowing Van Slyke to go anywhere. And that pitch went right above us, bounced off of a truck, directly behind us here at home plate. And the wind, that just showed you right there how much it pushed it, because it looked like it was popped up and going to land on us. And the next thing you know, it's in the parking lot 100 feet away. Next pitch is popped up on the infield. The shortstop is underneath it. And there is out number 3, but not before the damage is done. Wahoo ties it up here in the bottom of the third. We're tied at 3 going to the top of the fourth. You're tuned into Wahoo Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our
Quality
new
of
Wahoo.
life and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have
At
long-lasting...
Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be the pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo. At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to be...
Austin McNorton back here with you at Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska. A little bit of cloud cover now on this cool Thursday afternoon with the wind coming out of the southwest. The Warriors do damage in the bottom of the third, and just like that, headed to the top of the fourth, we're tied at 3. Caden Kristen back out on the mound. First pitch grounded to second, over to first in time for another one pitch out, just like Caden Kristen started the top of the third. He starts the top of the fourth the exact same way with a one pitch out. And that brings up, it looks like, number 1, Boston Hap. I think. Yep, and that pitch is outside and called a strike. So Hap stands in the right-hand box, and Caden Kristen, after kind of a slow start in the first 2 innings, seems like he's really locked in now as the next pitch is back towards the parking lot, and Kristen, a one pitch out, and now has a great hitter's count, 0-2. Great pitcher's count, I should say, 0-2. So we're just one hit today, but 3 runs as they got a lot of walks in the first 2 innings, and that pitch hit him in the head. Well, you can definitely blame that one on me. Right when I'm talking about how Caden Kristen seems like he's kind of locked in, settled into this one, finding his spots, painting the corners, all those things. He hits a batter in the head. And Seward has a 1-out base runner. And now a courtesy runner as it looks like Kean Schwadwinkel for Seward will come in. And now standing in is Kyle Perry for the Blue Jays. Number 9 in the right-hand box. Top of the fourth, tied at 3. Great game here on this Thursday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in between your March Madness games, or if you got that on in the background. Looks like we could have a fun second-round matchup this weekend for all of you Blue Jay fans out there. As Creighton will now take on former head coach. This one grounded foul down the third base side. Creighton will now take on former head coach, longtime head coach, successful head coach, Dana Altman, against successor Greg McDermott. So it'll be McDermott against Altman in the round of 32. That's an 11 seed versus a 3 seed. Creighton against Oregon. Both pretty successful tournament teams. Creighton a little bit more recently as they made the Elite 8. Oregon made the Final 4. When was that? It was back when Jordan Bell and Dylan Brooks both played for them. Both NBA stars now. And now Wahoo. Oh, what a call at second. I'll be honest, I don't know what a call that was, as courtesy runner Kean Schwadwinkel got off of first a little bit too far. And head coach for Seward, Brock Anderson, is going to walk all the way from the third base all the way over to first base to talk to the umpire who made that call at second. As they will say, Schwadwinkel got tagged out at second. What a big call for Wahoo, and just like that, 2 are out with nobody on. Outstanding. I didn't know if Cody Hesser's throw was going to get there in time, and from the look of it live, I really didn't think he did, but the umpire, I guess, had a better look than most. And just like that, there are 2 outs with nobody on for Seward. Rather than having a runner in scoring position, and Caden Kristen delivers another strike, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. 1-2, I should say. So what a nice heads-up play from Kaminsky to give it over to Hesser. Hesser down to second for the out. It was close because it looked like Schwadwinkle really didn't let up. It was such a delayed steal, if you will. Outside, it just missed the strike zone, and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on and 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning, between the undefeated Seward Blue Jays and your Wahoo Bishop Neumann Warriors. And Kristen, after being ahead in the count 1-2, there's 3 straight balls, and there's another runner on for the Blue Jays. Another walk today for Seward. They've had several. And coming back to the plate for the Blue Jays, someone who's caused Caden a little bit of problems, Brendan Ruth. He's been on twice with 2 walks. Boy, that wind is not giving up. Starting to get a little colder, too, and that's a swing. Ruth tried to check his swing, but it was really honestly in Kaminsky's glove before he even got the bat around the shoulder. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Good call. It's behind home plate now is Isaiah Nagel, not Jace Kaminsky, in the catcher's gear. So it is the junior from Bishop Neumann, not the sophomore from Wahoo, for this Warriors squad. Behind home plate now for Kristen, still out on the circle. This pitch high, thrown over to first and sliding back safely for Seward. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch is flied out to right and foul out of play. Hesser gave it a look for a moment. We'll do the 1-2 again with 2 outs and 1 on. Seward, the lead run, standing at first. For Brendan Ruth at the plate, who has been on twice today with a couple of walks. Caden liked that location that time as he hit that top right corner of the strike zone. It's a good pitch, but a better at-bat from Ruth as he was able to foul it away. How he's able to make contact on that is really impressive. I mean, that's way outside, off the end of the bat. Able to make contact and send it out of play foul. Truly impressive. Quick throw over to first. Hesser nearly got the tag down. It was honestly a really good throw from Caden. Hesser just didn't get the tag down quick enough. And so Seward stays alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And able to slide back safely again. This one's grounded to short. It'll be a tough play, and look at that. What a wicked hop it takes. Goes off the chest of Wahoo. And so Seward has kept the inning alive here with 2 outs as Ruth is on again. Question is, I'm going to call that a base hit for Seward. because that just took such a crazy hop. Did they say it is an error? Wow. The actual scorekeeper a little harsher than I am, so they're going to... That's really a tough play, and I don't know, even if he was able to get a glove on it, if he would have been able to throw it to first in time. It would have been close. Pitch way inside to the batter for Seward, and that's Reggie Suckup. Inside and low for a strike. Good pitch that time. Really good pitch for Caden Kristen. He's trying to go 4 complete without giving up any other runs and, importantly, not giving up the lead. Swung on, grounded back to him. Caden's got a glove on it. Over to first in time for out number 3. Nice job by Caden Kristen. He's made a couple of nice defensive plays off the mound today for Wahoo. So we remain tied at 3 here at Sam Crawford Field between these two great baseball squads. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Wahoo trying to take their first lead when we come back. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube, and we'll be right back.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Hot Oil and Propane is continuing to be family-run and owned for 60 years. OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com, call 402-443-3563, or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you. Hot Oil and Propane is continuing to be...
South Haven Living Center in Wahoo is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Recognized as a great place to work, the folks at South Haven know the importance of teamwork and the reward that comes from serving older adults. If you're looking for senior care or a rewarding career with a Nebraska-based company, give them a call or check them out online, southaven-wahoo.com. South Haven Living Center
Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage. From the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 20.
And welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton here with you on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Warriors get out of 2 on with 2 outs in their top half defensively. And now it'll be the Warriors sophomore Jace Kaminsky to lead things off here for Wahoo as the Warriors try to take their first lead of this Thursday afternoon. First pitch swinging out to right and blooped in front of the right fielder and down for a base hit. Good start to the inning for Wahoo as the Warriors again have another leadoff base runner, just the way they did to start out their half of the 3rd inning. With a couple of walks, this time Kaminsky has a leadoff hit. Warriors with 4 hits today now. As now it'll be the lefty standing in for Wahoo with Kaminsky standing at first. Showing bunt and laying it down was Kristen. Had a wicked sound off the bat, too. And foul. Caden steps in now. Kaminsky with a little bit of a lead over at first. You know how quick Jace is. Jace goes, pitches high, thrown down to second, and Kaminsky's in there safely. was honestly a good pitch to throw on. Pitch was just a little bit too far left of the second base bag, and honestly, even if it was a good throw, Jace with his speed, I think he would have been in there safely. So now, Kaminsky, a lead run, standing at second for Wahoo, and Caden Kristen likely looking to swing away now with a 1-1 count and nobody out. And now Svigen, I should say, steps off the rubber, looks back to second. Nobody was there covering, though. So Jace just kind of jogs back, steps on second, and now gets another good lead. The pitch inside, and Kristen does lay down that bunt down the third base side, and he is safe as the ball gets away all the way down into right field, and the Warriors lead it. Caden Kristen. Jace would have gotten a third, but with the throw getting away under the glove of the first baseman in Finn Hochstein over there at first, and all the way into the right field corner, Wahoo now has the lead 4-3. And did they say that was a hit?
They said it was an error.
They said it was an error. So they said that Kristen would have been out at first. It's an error
For them.
against Seward. And Kristen was able to get all the way to second on that one as well. So a costly mistake for the Blue Jays. And now showing bunt is Alex Berry. He walked his first time. And now has an opportunity to drive in some more insurance for the Warriors, who lead it 4-3 here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody is covering second again as Caden Kristen kind of jogs back and will step off and get another good lead off. Showing bunt, that time called a strike. His first baseman coming in on the play. One ball, one strike. Nobody out, runner at second. And that pitch inside called a strike. And now the bunt likely away for Alex Berry. Alex, the sophomore for the Bishop Neumann Cavaliers. Playing for this combined forces baseball team. Watches a pitch go low and in the dirt for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out and a runner at second for the Warriors, leading it 4-3. That pitch grounded to third. Nice glove on it. And thrown over to first. And it gets away again. And he's safe. Another errant throw by the Blue Jay third baseman over to first. It was really incredible by the first baseman to even get a glove on it and keep it from rolling all the way into the corner again. However, Alex Berry is safe because of it. And that'll likely probably be another error, I would imagine. So, into the box is for the Warriors. Jesse Stebbing. It's popped up and dropped by the catcher, who made an incredible attempt in foul territory to dive and try and get an out. Boy, that would have been impressive. The Warriors have runners at the corners, still with nobody out, and a chance to add on to their 1-run lead. Stebbing, the senior for Wahoo Public High School. He walked his first time up, shows bunt, pulls it back, and the ball is in the dirt. And going to second without a throw is Alex Berry. 2 runners in scoring position now for Jesse, and we'll see how he kind of attacks this plate appearance now. Jesse playing second today defensively, as now the entire Seward infield comes in, and we'll see how Jesse attacks this at bat now. Down in the count 0-2. He swings away and drives it into right field past the diving glove of the first baseman. 1 run scores. Stebbing's going to go all the way to second. Holding at third was Alex Berry, but the Warriors add another run to their lead. After being down 3-0, Wahoo's played it 5 in a row and lead it 5-3 with 7 hits. And that might be the end of the afternoon for Connor Svegan. Still with nobody out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. What a couple of innings it's been for Wahoo. They have definitely kind of figured out Connor Svegan out on the mound. And yep, his afternoon is done. So we will take a break for the pitching change. We'll have a new Blue Jay out on the mound as Wahoo leads it 5-3. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State Bank has the home team to work with you through life. Member FDIC. Wahoo State Bank gives you the home team advantage.
Season is here at the Wahoo DQ. We have a wild Alaskan fish sandwich. Get it in a meal with fries and a drink. We have a popcorn shrimp basket, which includes fries and a cocktail sauce. And finish your meal with a cool treat. Sundays, blizzards, malts, and shakes are everyone's favorites. Stop in or order yours ahead using the DQ app, and we'll have it ready when you arrive. The Wahoo DQ, located at 1122 North Chestnut in Wahoo. Lent season is here at the Wahoo DQ. We have a wild Alaskan fish sandwich. Get it in a meal with fries and a drink. We have a popcorn shrimp basket, which includes fries and a cocktail sauce. And finish your meal with a cool treat. Sundays, blizzards, malts, and shakes are everyone's favorites. Stop in or order yours ahead using the DQ app, and we'll have it ready when you arrive. The Wahoo DQ, located at 1122 North Chestnut in Wahoo. Lent season is here at the Wahoo. Welcome back to Wahoo Public YouTube on Saunders County Online. Austin McNorton here with you at Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska. The Warriors have plated 2 here in the bottom of the 4th, still with nobody out and 2 runners in scoring position. Warriors trying to add on to their 2-run lead after being down 3-0 throughout most of the game, and now leading it 5-3, and a new pitcher out there on the mound. Is it number 3 out there?
Yeah, 3.
And this one grounded and looking over at third and throwing it over to first for 1 out. New Blue Jay pitcher is number 3, the sophomore Bryson Burt.
No. Yeah, 3. Yeah.
And Burt with a nice defensive play to immediately get the ground ball, look over at third to hold Alex Berry, and then throw it over to first in time. So Cody Hesser steps up now with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out, and the Blue Jay infield in. Cody in the right-hand box looking to pitch low for a strike. Cody, a significant part of Wahoo State Championship basketball team. Looks at a pitch low and outside for a ball. The runner at third is Alex Berry for Wahoo. And at second, it's Jesse, right? Jesse Stebbing? Yep. At second. Sliding back to third safe is Alex Berry off of a nice pickoff play, really. Honestly, a pretty good throw from Bryson Burt. Over there to third. Sun really behind the clouds now. I don't think we're going to see the sun again, unfortunately, here in Wahoo, which is just going to continue to make this one pretty cold. Hesser swings and flies one down the right field side and foul. Wahoo leading 5-3, looking to add a couple more runs to their lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Hesser right down the center, strikeout looking. That was an incredible breaking ball pitch for Bryson Burt, and the Warriors missed opportunity there. Now it's a huge spot here for Wahoo's number 14, Connor Booth. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away now after Cody Hesser strikes out looking. First pitch swinging, sent out into right field for an easy pop out for out number 3. But the Warriors do take the lead 5-3 in the bottom of the 4th. To the top of the 5th we go. Warriors leading here on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public. And we'll be right back after we thank our sponsors.
If you're looking for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new
on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications. Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton with you on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. No more sun here on this Thursday afternoon, now evening. But on the bright side, here in the top of the 5th, Wahoo leads 5-3. Perfect.
What happened to the background?
And another one pitch out for Wahoo's Caden Christen. That's 3 innings in a row now that Caden has been able to do that. So Wahoo it'll now be the pitcher in for Seward, who just got the Blue Jays out of a jam, standing in the right-hand box, Bryson Burt, with nobody on and 1 out, but a 2-0 count in his favor. Looks at a pitch, called a strike right down the center.
Oh my god.
Thanks for tuning in to Wahoo Public YouTube and Saunders County Online. And this one is grounded to first and gets off the glove of Cody Hesser. It's a close play, though, and now it gets away. Going all the way to second, a throw is safe. Wow.
Would that be an error that error?
Yeah, that probably will be, at least one error.
The mouse is not working.
So we're trying to get, there's the mouse.
Oh, it works for you.
I don't know. What did I do? So now there's a runner at second with 1 out for Seward.
Oh, yeah, it's an error for us.
And it'll be an error against Wahoo as Cody Hesser had it skip out of his glove. before he was able to grab it and step on first.
It's like it's working and then it like freezes. Okay, so
Error's right here.
this. Okay.
No.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Swung on and missed as the batter at the plate for Seward is Carl Taylor. Runner at second with one away here in this top of the fifth inning. Warriors leading 5-3. Would love to keep that 2-run lead. Pitch is popped up into shallow right field, and it will go foul. Cody Hesser had a good run on it.
No. Nothing now, but no. I don't know why it's being so weird for me.
Are you here? Do it. Your wait. Like it's like those.
2 strikes. Kristen would love to get another strikeout. Hasn't had a lot of those today. Most of them came back in the 3rd inning for Caden. And there it is, right on cue. Strikeout looking. Wow. Great location, and there's out number 2. Runner at second. Seward would love to be able to not leave him stranded. And at the plate for the Blue Jays is third baseman Colton Luce. First pitch, low. Runner goes to third. Safe. Wow. What a close play off of a great throw behind home plate from Warrior Isaiah Nagel. And honestly, a pretty decent tag from Alex Berry over there at third to get it down, but sliding in safely is Seward, and so just a little bit closer. Still 2 outs, though, for Wahoo. It's odd it's showing 4.
It's
Where do you do the minus outs?
right there, but
There's
2 errors.
there's 2 errors.
Oh, okay.
It's just not working for me anymore.
Try and hit over here, always, in that corner. That always helps. Swung on, popped up into shallow center field. And a nice job by the center fielder for Wahoo to call it off. And the runner gets stranded at third for Seward. So a little bit of danger there. But Wahoo leads it 5-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public. And we'll be right back after this.
The pharmacy provider confidently chosen by our clients for their family's everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more can be found at Medicine Man Pharmacy of Wahoo. At Medicine Man Pharmacy, we aspire to
For
be
60 years, OOP Inc. is your Wahoo supplier for gas, diesel, propane, oil, grease, and products for your yard and acreage, including seed, fertilizer, and sprays to help keep your lawn and pastures beautiful. Find them online at oopinkwahoo.com, call 402-443-3563, or stop by 3288 Ponderosa Drive. OOP Inc. serving for 60 years thanks to you. Hot Oil and Propane is continuing to be family run and owned for 60
Wahoo
years.
is a proud sponsor of this broadcast. Recognized as a great place to work, the folks at South Haven know the importance of teamwork and the reward that comes from serving older adults. If you're looking for senior care or a rewarding career with a Nebraska-based company, give them a call or check them out online, southaven-wahoo.com. South Haven Living Center in Wahoo is a proud sponsor of this
From
broadcast.
the beginning of your financial experience with Penny Partners, Kids Club with Richie Rover, to student checking for those age 15 through 25, offering a variety of benefits that make banking easy when you're home or away, or if you're looking to finance the future home. Wahoo State.
And welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton with you on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. The Warriors lead 5-3 here in the bottom of the fifth. Standing in for Wahoo is number 5, Nolan Van Slyke in the right-hand box and looks at a pitch low and outside. His first time looking at the replacement pitcher, Bryson Burt, who came in relief in that last inning. And really got the Blue Jays out of a jam after their starter in Svegan got pulled. And everyone out there tuning in, as a warning, our internet, there's no internet here at Sam Crawford Field, is being solely ran off of my phone. And I do not have unlimited hotspot capability. I think I just got a message. I got about 10% left. So, we will see if we're able to make it through on the rest of this game. It'll be close to see if we are able to. Strike called. 2 balls and 2 strikes into Van Slyke. It'll be close. Still with at least one more full inning remaining. And a full count into Van Slyke. Wind continuing to howl. It absolutely will not stop. Of course. Sun trying to poke his way back out through the clouds. And the 3-2 is sent right back up the middle. Nice play over to first in time. Wow. What an incredible play by Seward's shortstop over to first for the out. Boy, that was an incredible defensive play, and there's 1 up, 1 down for Wahoo here in their bottom of the fifth. Standing in is the catcher for Wahoo, and that is Isaiah Nagel. There's a little bit of sunshine going down on the field now. With Jace Kaminsky standing on deck for the Warriors. Isaiah ready to go. Looks at a pitch low and outside that does catch that bottom right corner of the zone. Good pitch from Bryson Burt, who's looked pretty good coming in relief for Seward. Really pretty good at that. Next pitch outside and ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, nobody on. Wahoo leading it 5-3. Pitch low. Just a little too low. This one skips away from the catcher and back off the fence behind home plate. Caden Christen will come and grab it and sprint back to the dugout. After being down 0-2 in the count, Isaiah Nagel works it full and draws a walk. First walk that Bryson Burt has given up. And now he'll see Jace Kaminsky stand in. First pitch low. Nagel got a little bit of a lead, but not enough to want to go. You wonder if he'll continue to kind of push that boundary, that limit a little bit, and trying to get into scoring position for Kaminsky. Low again. Burt keeps continuing to try to hit that bottom right corner, you can tell, but he's missed it a couple of times in a row now and is now just trying to find the strike zone again. 2-0 count. See how aggressive Kaminsky is with a runner on and well, answer my question. Pretty aggressive, but swung on and missed with 1 out. That did answer my question, though. You wonder how aggressive? A big swing and miss. 2-1. Swung on and grounded foul, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on and 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. Warriors leading 5-3 after trailing most of the game 3-0. Now runner goes. Kaminsky grounds it back up the middle for 1 at second and 2 at first. What an incredible double play as Burt throws it to second and then first for the 1-4-3 double play. And we go to the top of the 6th. The Wahoo still leading 5-3. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Wahoo DQ. We have a wild Alaskan fish sandwich. Get it in a meal with fries and a drink. We have a popcorn shrimp basket, which includes fries and a cocktail sauce. And finish your meal with a cool treat. Sundaes, blizzards, malts, and shakes are everyone's favorites. Stop in or order yours ahead using the DQ app, and we'll have it ready when you arrive. The Wahoo DQ, located at 1122 North Chestnut in Wahoo. Lent season
If you're
is
looking
here.
for a new career, Dollar General is looking for you. Hiring all positions and all shifts, they are looking for you with a starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. You can find details by going to dollargeneral.com/careers or by texting DG Warehouse to 25,000. Must be 18 or older, but again, starting pay up to $22 an hour with a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Contact them now, dollargeneral.com/careers.
Wahoo Warrior branded debit card. Every transaction gives back to Wahoo Public Schools. All you need is a First Bank of Nebraska checking account and ask for the Warrior card. For more information, go to firstbankne.com. First Bank of Nebraska, serving our communities, investing in you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Stop at First Bank of Nebraska to get our new Wahoo
Finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your... Welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska. Austin McNorton here with you on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. On this chilly Thursday afternoon, the opening day of one of the greatest sporting events in the world, March Madness. Here we are watching some high school baseball, so thanks everyone else for tuning in. Thanks to all of our sponsors for making it happen. Got a great game. Wahoo trailed most of the game 3-0. The last couple of innings have taken the lead 5-3 as we head to the top of the 6th. 6 more outs remain for Seward to try and get back into this. And they'll go against new relief pitcher for Wahoo. The senior out of Wahoo Public, Jonas Schnackenberg, steps out onto the mound. He'll go against a lefty hitter first, with Isaiah Nagel directing the signs from behind home plate. For Seward, it'll be Braden Herring standing in, the lefty. First pitch from Schnackenberg. Right down the center, strike one. A little bit of some side arm action from the big fella out on the mound. Blew it by him again. 2 straight strikes right down the center. Daring Herring to swing the bat, and Braden couldn't catch up to that one. Next pitch right down the center and right back up the middle and caught. Oh my goodness. What a catch at second for Wahoo. On the dive, making the catch for a quick out number 1. And that will bring in Seward. I think it's... trying to think of a number here. Jonas sets and deals. The pitch right back to second again. Slow grounder over to first in time for out number 2. Jonas has done great, and Seward is down to their final 4 outs here in the top of the 6th. And standing in for the Blue Jays now in the right-hand box is Kyle Perry, the senior, who's out in left field today defensively for the Blue Jays. The pitch right down the center, strike 1. Wow. Schnackenberg is not messing around. He is just daring the Blue Jays to swing the bat as he's put it in the exact same spot every single pitch, just with a little bit of different speed. There it is again, and it's popped up on the infield, and the shortstop comes over to make the catch for a quick 3 outs. Down go the Blue Jays in order. 1, 2, 3, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Wahoo Bishop Newman leading Seward 5-3. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing. Choosing the right law firm to represent your interests and your rights is of the utmost importance. The law offices of Brome, Lindell, Freeman County, and Gloucester traces its history of providing legal services to residents of eastern Nebraska back to 1893. So give us a call at 402-443-3225 or stop into our office in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska today. The outcome of a legal case can have long-lasting ramifications on your finances, quality of life, and community standing.
Provider confidently chosen by our clients for their families' everyday health needs because of our expertise, integrity, and honestly, consistently exceeding their expectations. Reliability, bright spot, value, integrity, community building, and so much more.
Or now.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. And welcome back to Sam Crawford Field in downtown Wahoo, Nebraska on this chilly Thursday afternoon. Austin McNorton with you on Saunders County Online and Wahoo Public YouTube. Warriors lead it 5-3 here on the bottom of the 6th. Wahoo trying to add some insurance runs as its new relief pitcher in the lefty box, Jonas Schnackenberg, and he looks at a pitch low and outside for a ball. Still against Bryson Burt out there for the Blue Jays. And this one low, called a strike. Gosh, it looked pretty low. It's called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out and nobody on. Bottom of the 6th, Wahoo trying to add a little bit more to their 2-run lead here. First pitch, outside, strike 2. You can definitely tell the Warrior dugout is rooting for Big Jonas in there. Want him to get it on base with that pretty multicolored, cool pink bat. Strike 3 called on the pitch way low. And Stockenberg strikes out looking for a 1 up, 1 down. Pitch called a strike on this pitch. Carson Sabine ended. To his job, and we'll be back right. However,